Hey guys, Matt here from Loon Outdoors. We're tying the gold digger stone, but in black. So this is a jig stone. It's tied on a 4640 tungsten slotted plummeting bead from Hairline. Um, this guy's a size 10. I'm going to be running a 14-aught thread from Vivus. Low build here. This fly is designed to get down in fast water. And even though we're on a jig hook and with jig methodology, unless you are completely high sticking this, you're going to see it roll around a little bit. Our legs are going to be Hairline's daddy long legs in black. They're very low profile and move quite a bit, so it'll create some good realism. So what I do is I bring them up about 1/16 of an inch off where I want the back of the fly to be, pull good tension, and I half them onto the thread to create a tail, bringing them in on either side of the hook shank. And I like to trim them short. Stoneflies do not have long tails. We're going to be using a body quill from Vivus in black. You can see again it's this braid that I'm pretty in love with at this point in time. And I'm going to half that over, and like I've said before, you can use this as a thread if you would like, but you don't have to. Small olive uni wire, and this is a kind of a cool batch. As you guys know, uni wire, sometimes the anodization or the change of color, you can get some pretty cool. This one's kind of a light olive. It's very pretty cool colored wire. If you guys see cool variations, always just buy every size so you can complete a size run of flies in the future. And you can twist this bug up to, you know, size 6 or 4 on a jig hook, get just monstrous speeds, and really get down there. So jig flies, here we're just going to wrap the body with the body quill, and it's going to be a really slim profile, which aids in decreased resistance and getting your fly down. But these jig hooks with the low profile, I mean, they're going to get into the bucket quick, and you'll be fishing faster. So it's pretty cool to see. A lot of the times I'll oversize my beads on some of my flies so I don't actually have to run external weights as well. Just simplifies the rig it casts a little bit better. A lot of stuff borrowed from check nymphing here. So once I have the body where I want it, size I want it, go ahead and tie off the body quill, and we'll palmer in the wire for support. And you can create segments as needed, make them a little bigger as you go forward. And we'll wrap that wire in as well. So you can see the black doesn't really fluoresce, just trying to show you guys what the fluorescing resin does, color corrects at depths and stuff like that. Kind of makes your flies pop a little bit. So again, we're going to fiberglass the whole body of the fly, just making it incredibly durable. And then when I hit it with the light, you can see that ominous glow coming off the fly. That's the fluorescing agents in that resin that make it do its thing. So next up, I'm going to dub the underbody, which is going to be ice dub in olive, lighter amounts of olive, and STS trilobal in black. And you can go ahead and chop the trilobal in half. Because it is a pretty long dubbing, so you can cut it up and blend it to fit, you know, using like the Hairline create your own dubbing tool, or, you know, for this case I'm not creating a whole bag of this, just showing you guys a little hand mix. And once you're done, it just adds that little bit of flash to the bug, because a lot of times the subtle flash is going to work out well. Now the underbody isn't as important. Peel a little bit off, and I'm just using this as a base to put my legs in. So I'm going to trim a little bit of that trilobal out and bring back in the daddy long legs. So what I'm doing is I'm actually tying in the front antennas first, and that's going to go in the slot of the slotted tungsten bead. And then we'll bring in our legs on either side of the fly body there. See, I just half them over the thread and then apply them via pressure where I want them. So you can see we have a pretty leggy looking critter. Next up, we're going to cover our workup with some more of our dubbing blend, which is that STS Trilobal and Ice Dub Olive. A little bit better, more hardy noodle this time. We're just going to go in between the legs, and I'll pull the legs back out of the way. And we're up at our bead to do our head work, and we'll go ahead and just whip finish that. So I'm going to use some thin, and I'm going to put the thin into the slot of the tungsten bead. I'm going to let it soak in there. It's going to stabilize the bead, hold it in place, but also you'll notice the antenna stick straight out after this is done. And I do that just to put the antennas where I want them, and also to help stabilize that bead. Trim them equally. And next up, I'm going to trim a pathway for our wing case, which I didn't pull an actual wing case, and that's because you don't need to all the time. And I'm just going to put some fluorescing flow, or flow would work as well, in there, and I hit it as fast as possible so it doesn't completely go all the way through the dubbing. The cool thing is with the resin is you can do what I call a hold on it, and that's where you hit it with the UV light just for a second, and it holds it there and will start the catalyzing process, so you can kind of control the resin's depth that it's going to get to. So now I put the thick over for an actual wing case bubble, and a lot of people have asked, well, it's on the bottom. In fast water, this fly is still going to rotate. It's still going to flop around, and if you ever watch any bug, they don't swim horizontal to the earth. So some last minute primping. We've done a big solid cure, and our fly is done now. It's ready to fish in fast water. Hope you guys get out there, try it out, and catch some fish. Enjoy.